the Camino de Santiago, countless people will ask you one question. Why are you walking 800 kilometers across France and Spain? It's a question I didn't really have an answer to when I left my home, my boyfriend, and my dog in Los Angeles, California, to walk the Camino as a solo traveler. But as time went on, my answer slowly revealed itself to me. The Camino Frances is a 5-week, 500-mile trail, one of hundreds of Camino routes that all lead to one destination, Santiago de Compostela. This is my story of how I learned how to restore my trust in others, how I softened the bitterness that had grown inside me after an utterly isolating pandemic, and how I made peace with a chapter of my life coming to a close and let go of burdens keeping me in the past. I'm Jen, and this is my story of my very long walk on the Camino Frances. Setting off now. I just left my hostel, which was so lovely, and I'm beginning day one of my Camino right now, and I'm headed to Orisson, which actually I'm taking a break. Instead of going the long way, I'm taking the shorter way first. I think it's like 20 kilometers the first day, but I decided to stop at Orisson and break it into 2 days instead of just one. So here we go. I'm so excited and I'm ready for my Camino. Hopefully I don't get lost on my first day. I'm supposed to make a left and then make a right, and I should be on my way. So it's a left and then a right. Many people have told me this many times at the pilgrim's office yesterday and then again this morning. I'm already out of breath. I'm walking uphill. This route is all uphill, so we're gonna see how it goes. I'm gonna take it easy, nice and slow, but I'm feeling ready. This is where it all begins. I have like so much nervous excitement right now. Definitely going off the testosterone right now. It's so beautiful. This is amazing. For day one, I stayed the night at Orisson. This made my first day just under 5 miles instead of a very difficult 15 miles uphill and downhill to Ronscevalles. The first day of the Camino Frances is widely considered the hardest of the entire journey, so I'm really glad I made the decision to split it up into 2 days instead of one. I'm headed out on day 2 of the Camino Frances, and right now I'm walking through the Pyrenees mountains, and there's quite a steep incline. Honestly, I have, I think, over 10 miles to go today, and I did not sleep well, so I woke up for like 2 hours in the middle of the night because I was nervous about this walk. So ironically, being nervous about my walk kept me up at night, which will probably make this walk more difficult. But I'm here and I'm ready to go for day 2. You can see this like beautiful mountain mist all around. It's pretty magical, and the weather is cool. It's not super cold, but I could have probably brought like a little fleece for this part, but I just have this long sleeve and it's working fine. The mist makes it kind of hard to see ahead, and this is a road with cars on it, so you do kind of have to watch out because they kind of come out of nowhere. I can already feel the soreness in my legs from the walk yesterday, which had a super steep incline. These amazing spider webs are so cool. I don't know if you can see it, They're like covered in dew. It's amazing. Wow, it just cleared up and the sun's coming through. It's amazing. All right, making my way through the Pyrenees mountains. I'm almost at 3 miles and it has actually taken an hour and 40 minutes, which is pretty long just for 3 miles. But there's been a lot of stops along the way and this route is all uphill and it's also really beautiful. So I'm taking so many photos and videos. It's really enjoyable. I'm absolutely exhausted already. My bag is, I think, actually extra heavy today, but I'm pushing through. Here we go. We are in the last hour or maybe hour and a half of walking for day 2, almost to Ronscevalles, I think is how it's pronounced. I'll figure it out when I get there. But doing good. I'm pretty tired. This pack is very heavy, but I don't really know how to lighten it, quite honestly. I have one blister, but fortunately only one, and I changed my socks a couple of minutes ago. So I am very tired. And for some reason, I have privacy now, which hasn't happened yet. There's been people the whole way. So hopefully I'm going the right way. We'll find out. All right, it's day 3 of the Camino Frances, and I'm here in Ronscevalles. I decided to book my own private room at the Hotel Posada down the street from the albergue. So I'm not sleeping in the main pilgrim albergue, but I'm kind of glad I splurged a little bit for this room because, as I'll show you, it's gorgeous and it's the only private bathroom I've had the whole trip that I've been in Spain so far, and it was just so needed. I had the best shower that I've had, and I just had time, and I had a great night's rest. Like, this was exactly the rest I needed, so I'm glad I spent like 88 euro to stay here. Just worth every penny. On my 3rd day walking the Camino, I sent my heavy backpack ahead with Jacotrans. This convenience service picks up your backpack in the morning and drops it off at your next albergue. It made my walk way more enjoyable and also saved me from potential injuries. It costs about 5 to 6 euros each way. There's Ronscevalles, where I entered on day 2. This is the hotel I stayed at, Hotel La Posada. It was so nice. This is already going so much better without my backpack. It feels so good. I just finished with the first mile and it feels so good to be walking. I'm free from that heavy pack. The 22 kilometers from Roncesvalles to Zubiri was filled with beautiful forests, rocky descents, and gorgeous architecture. That night, I stayed together with 2 new Camino friends at a charming and comfortable Airbnb, which only cost about 30 euro per person. Okay friends, today we go from Zubiri to Pamplona. Pamplona is a huge city, so I'm kind of excited to get back into civilization, even though the small towns are super charming. I've been lucky enough to be walking this segment with two friends that I made on the Camino, Amy and Joanne, and we walked all day yesterday together, which was so nice. We're ready to get started today. It's about 8:30. The clock rings, so you always know what time it is. It's bell tower. And yeah, we're ready for another day. We'll see how it goes. Got a couple blisters on my toes. Patched them up with the Compeed. I got my sunscreen on, which you can probably see. Yeah, we're ready to go.
I had already noticed something truly unique about the Camino. It never failed to amaze me. Each day was filled with its own magic. I discovered charming small towns that I had never heard of before, relished in the taste of wild and delicious blackberries that I picked right off the vine, and encountered places like Espiritu Peregrino, where I could enjoy a cup of coffee or sip of water in exchange for a small donation. Stopping for a moment to dip my feet in the river, I felt such a deep sense of peace wash over me. It was one of those simple experiences that let me take a moment to truly stop and exhale.
Hi baby, hi, hi, oh my god, hi, oh hello. Alright, we are getting closer to Pamplona. We think we're about 3 miles away, but not totally sure. Just a half a mile longer. That's what I keep saying, you know. Just 1/2 mile more, you know. And we're now alongside a fast highway, but for most of this hike today, we were in nature and alongside a river. Getting pretty tired. It's hot, and I'm ready to take my shoes off.
Well, actually, it was a little bit farther than 3 miles, but soon enough, we did make it to Pamplona. The Camino led us right through the city up to the huge cathedral. We took a moment to sit and relax inside the cathedral before heading to our accommodations for the night.
Today I'm going from Pamplona to Puente la Reina. It is very hot, and I got a later start than I was hoping for. My blisters are so painful. I did treat them last night with the gracious help of my Airbnb host, who is actually for 25 years, she was a doctor in Russia. We had a bit of a language barrier, but we made it work. She had this awesome translation app. Hello, buen camino. See how here everyone says buen camino to you as you pass? I think that's one of the things I love the most about this whole experience is it feels so powerful to have that moment of connection with anyone that you pass. So I love that. And I have these trekking poles that I purchased yesterday at a pilgrim store in Pamplona. So those have been so helpful. I would suggest buying them once you get to Spain. They might be a little bit cheaper, and also, I don't know if you can actually carry them on a flight, so you may have to put them in your bag and check your bag. So I am just struggling today. Yesterday was beautiful, but today is going to be an uphill climb, literally and figuratively. This part is probably the most uncovered part of the Camino that I've seen so far, and it's already 11 o'clock and I gotta keep moving. It's gonna get real hot around 3 p.m. will be the hottest part of the day, and if I can make it there before 3, that would be the best thing, but we'll see at this pace with this pain how I'm gonna do. Yesterday and the day before, it was a mixture of my pace plus like enjoyment of the Camino, you know? So many people rush through the Camino just to get to that destination, and if you don't stop at some places along the way, then I think that you really miss the cultural experience here. That said, it's really important to be out of the heat in the middle of the day, especially because we're coming up on a really intense heat wave right now. So today I think it'll be a straight shot. Look at these bales of hay. Just look at this. Like, you don't get this at home. What is this? Like, come on. There's just like a whole wall of hay right here. It just... Europe is amazing, but also being in the countryside of a European country, in the countryside of Spain, going through these small towns, it's just like nothing else. It's just so special that this is here and that we can do this. You know, I couldn't not do this.
Thanks for joining me on my first 5 days of the Camino Frances. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be sure to catch the next video in my Camino journey covering the way from Puente la Reina to Navarrete.